Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got it like I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like.
What's happening, YouTube family? What's going on? I know I missed last Thursday. My apologies. I had to fly out to San Antonio and putting this deal together to help you guys out, actually. I'm really happy about the deal that we're working on here. That's going to help minority business owners, creating like a cohort. But I'll have more information about that as time goes on. But I'm back here this Thursday and wanted to bring some information that I learned a little while ago that we're tracking, and it's something that I want to bring to your attention. And it's going to have a lot to do with the U word, the R word. I could show it to you on the screen, but I'm scared to say it because I don't know if YouTube will block me. So I'm not going to use those words, but you'll be able to see it to know what I'm talking about. But again, you guys know how we start this thing out. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you're watching this on subscribing to the channel if you're watching this on replay, if you're sitting here right now. But most importantly, share this information out with other minority business owners so they can understand more about government contracting too, and this opportunity that we have here to change our lives, change our communities. And this package that I'm going to be talking about today, this $1.5 trillion mega bill that got signed. I forget the exact date that it got signed in, but we'll take a look at all of that. I was with Coach. Coach had a event, and we went over this, and it definitely stuck out to me. And I want to bring this information over to you all so you guys can take a look at it again and start learning a little more about what government really means. Not the emotional definitions of government that people use out here, but let's look at the business of government. That's what I want to show you guys, the business of government, because that's really all I care about. Outside of that, once you get the people in office, you know, they're going to do what they do. So if we can handle the business, we can get our right people in office. But anyways, let's start this off. Again, if it's your first time here, how we do it is I want to know about you. People do watch these replays. and we're getting like 49,000 views a month, which again, kudos to you all for sharing and engaging on this information, asking questions and telling other people about what we're doing here. I thank all of you for that. But make sure that you're putting your information in the comments. You never know who's going to watch the videos, and they can see what you do. So we always want you to name your business. Where are you located at, your headquarters? What niche industry are you in? If you know your NAICS code, it's going to be even better. Put that NAICS code there for your niche industry. And what do you need help with right at this moment? We all need help. So what is it that you need help with? And most importantly, what can you help others do? Okay, so if they're reading it, they can figure out what you do and how you can be of assistance to them. And then put your contact information down below there, so they'll be able to reach out to you there. And if it's your first time here, I'm going to tell you guys a little about myself. If you're a return vet, yeah, I know what it is, man. Yeah, I've been following me. Did over $1 million at the age of 25. First large contract, subcontract with Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. We did the triage help desk component of that. Started off with 4 people when I was working for the company, and the system broke. So they had to go from 4 people to 182. I knew that I was running the project. I had information that they needed. So I 1099 contracted myself back to that company, and I asked for 23 employees. They ended up giving me 32. And we haven't looked back since then. We've done everything for the government, from selling products, Macs, iPhones, SIM cards, screen protectors. You would be surprised, Microsoft Office, right? We've sold all the products to the government when it comes to the IT side. We've also done marketing for the government, cybersecurity, and other IT infrastructure projects for the government. That's enabled me to really springboard my marketing company. That's why I like government contracting. It enables you to get revenue that is locked in, okay? And now you can try other things out when you know that you got money that's just flowing to you. So that's what it's been able to do for me. But when I really got good in this industry is with consulting to other companies. I started taking my knowledge and information and networking that I was doing and consulted to other companies and helped them win contracts. And I got a percentage off of those deals, and that's something that nobody can take away from you. This is why you need to learn government contracting, learn about the FAR, because businesses will pay you to do their business development, to get them prepared to win government contracts. We've been able to help over $50 million to get awarded to the companies that we've consulted to. We've trained over 1,500 students on government contracting, and most importantly, if you want to get in touch with me, travisknows.com. That is my information. You're more than welcome to check it out and stay updated with everything that we got going on. Let's see who we got here. Oh, Chantrice. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Chantrice. I appreciate you for subscribing and enjoying the info. Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Vern Sports Takes. So fresh and so clean. Cleaning company. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of cleaning contracts out there, Vern. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate you subscribing with the channel. TT, what's happening? Hopefully you're having a great day. Weekend is almost here. Yeah. We gonna get to the San Antonio Verns. I want to make sure more things is in place, but got a pretty good partnership with the elders, man. I'm really big with working with the elders. I'll say this. I think it's important that we communicate with our elders a lot more than what we're doing. Especially our elders who are extremely successful. They're not on the internet. Trust me. They don't even care about this internet thing. So you're really going to have to get out there, get on like golf courses, go to networking events so you can meet our elders, because if we don't, you guys keep talking about a wealth gap. I mean, the money gap and the wealth that's going to be lost, but you guys are forgetting about the information that's going to be lost that our elders have that can expedite our process through getting stuff done. So it's important that we talk with our elders, definitely our elders who are running great business, and try to connect with them. Not saying it's an easy process, but it's a process that has to get done. You don't want to lose this information. All right, let's see. I can help with what I've done, earned so far. Vern, I see you putting your information up here. I definitely appreciate it. He's over before I bid. Let me see. So far, I need help with how to approach a sub to do a job for me. Okay. Like before I bid, when it comes to shopping for quotes, how do I approach the sub? Great question, Vern. Let me change my screen right here so we can get all this stuff off the background and you guys can see Vern's question a little bit better here. So Vern's asking, okay, what can he do to approach a sub to help him out with opportunities that he sees? So it's a couple things. Again, you should have enough time in advance that you can reach out to the subs. You really need to understand the contract too that you're looking at. If you need to name the sub in your contract, that's going to be important that you have all their information together. But most importantly, if it's something like, I don't know, snow plowing, right? I always say reach out to three. Get 3 quotes first. Don't just rely on one. Make sure you understand what the contract is requiring as far as things that have to be done, reports or anything that need to be turned in, so the sub can meet those standards and return the information to you in a timely manner so you can submit it over to the government. But get those 3 quotes. Get those 3 quotes, and you're not going to be locked into a contract yet. Okay, so you're not locked into a contract with them until you get awarded the contract. But things that you want to pay attention to is if they have, what is their, why am I drawing a blank? Pretty much, what is their guarantee for their quote? How many days are they going to honor their quote? Right? If they honor their quote for 30 days, 45 days, I would definitely try to get them to honor the quote for like 45 to 60 days because you got to give time for the government to make their decision. So when the government makes their decision, then you already had your quote. You could just, it should have been a number on there, a quote number, a purchase order number, or something of that nature that you can call back to the company, tell them that number so they can reference that quote. And then you guys can start doing business, and the subcontractor doesn't get paid till you get paid. So, I mean, they should know that as well. So you don't, when people talk about money, you don't have to have the money because you'll get the money from the government on deals like that. Now, if you have your own payroll, that's a different story. You got to pay your employees up front. But subcontractors, they don't get paid till you get paid. Well, let me not say all of them. Every company runs their business different. So you got to find out. Now, when it comes to products, remember, you're not really subbing out products. You're more so just a purchaser. So you're going to be buying the products for the government. It's like fronting the money to me. I like to simplify everything so it doesn't get confusing. So if the government wants to buy like $50,000 in iPhones, then you have to buy the iPhones with your money. Then you're going to deliver them. Once they get delivered, then the government's going to cut you your check. And let me say $50,000 like credit card spend. They could pay you right there for those iPhones. They don't have to go through that process. But just know, usually you're fronting the money. You're fronting the money. You're going to get paid on the back end when you're selling products and things of that nature. Hope that answered your question. I went on a ramble there. All right, let's see who else we got here. Mr. and Mrs. Silver for 4X Blessings from Detroit, Michigan. Just became a federal contractor. My wife and I are going into the project management. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. We got our NAICS code up here. Destin, appreciate you for putting that up here. Lynn Davis, you my cousin? What's up? What's up, cuz? Nah, thanks. I appreciate the love and support. Service disconnected. How do I approach contracts? It's a loaded question. I would tell you to watch some of my previous videos so you get a better understanding, because I got to do like a whole video on that to tell you. But it is up here. It is up here saved, so you can go look at it, as well as I have a program that we can teach you through that as well. But sam.gov is where it's going to get started at. So your business has to be registered at sam.gov. Valerie, what's happening? I'm interested in joining your program. Does your program have a pricing template for service-based businesses? We have a calculator. I show you guys how to cheat through this process, as well as I do videos. But we come up with our pricing through cheating, is what I call it. It's public information. So if you follow what people have done previously, you'll kind of get an idea. As well as the government, each agency has their own thing. So the faster you can learn about the agency that you want to work with, that'll help you price a whole lot better. And for those people out there who are hiring, like, you really should have a team for this stuff, right? If you want to like really go into government contracting at a big level, you should have a proposal writing. You should have a pricing manager, okay, and you should have a business development manager. All right. So the thing is you don't just hire random people. Like, this is why it's important to know your niche and lane that you want to get in, because you want to hire a project management proposal writer that came out of that was a old CIO for the Army, and that's who your customer is spending all your money. So you go hire them to be your proposal writer, because they already know it. Like, they know it like the back of their hand. Then you go get the pricing manager who used to work for the Army, or he used to work for Fortune 500 companies like Leidos and Lockheed and Northrop Grumman, and he was the pricing manager over the Army's subdivision. Now you have a dedicated team that's for your pipeline, and they can pump for you now. But when you just go get random people, like, I mean, you start wasting time. People gonna lose. Like, you're wasting through money. That's just my best advice for you. If you want to build a team the right way. Hope that helps you out. Rico, what's happening? How do I get net 30s without having any references? I'm getting the work, but having to use my own damn money. Yeah, Rico. I had to use my own money too when I got started out with. I had to get a loan out against my house. That gave me some money, and I also use credit cards. Credit cards can get you some money too. I would just say, man, when you get started and you ain't got no money, you can always get money. You just got to pay people now. And you should factor the cost to obtain money in your pricing for the government. And this is for any business. Any business that you ever run, you never pay the expenses for you to run business. That's the whole purpose of having customers. Customers have to pay the expenses for you to keep your doors open and provide a solution. Same thing with the government. They have to pay for you to keep your doors open and provide a solution. So I don't know how much that is for you in your business. That's your overhead, and G&A is what we call it. But you need to understand what your pricing is, so you can attach that to every contract. So you get 15 contracts, and all 15 contracts are paying for your overhead. Maybe only 5 of them were needed to pay for all of your overhead, and the rest goes into the profit bucket. But all of that stuff about getting money and stuff, man, that's why it's great. And I tell everybody, you need to be able to manage the money that you got in your pocket right now. Because over in the world of obtaining money, you gotta do real business. They want to see real books in order to make large investments into you. As well as when it comes to products, you may find that the company may do like a net 30 with you. They'll give you the product, and you have to pay it within 30 days, which is great. But again, there's going to be some interest fees there probably. But just the point that I'm telling you is just ask. People with money, just ask what their terms are. And you got to figure out the terms that work best for you. Just don't quit. It's always money out here available. I've never ever in the history of my life had a problem finding money. In the beginning, I used probably not the best ways to get money, but it worked. And I didn't get to eat for a little while because I had to pay people back. But 7 months later, once everything broke even, you talking about $90,000 checks that was coming into profit, and I had to just make a sacrifice for 7 months of not entertaining myself, not eating great like I used to, I remember I was cutting off the power in my house because I got to watch the energy bill. And I knew absolutely nothing about payroll taxes. I didn't know anything about getting sued. I was losing money as fast as I was gaining it. And, you know, it all worked out, though, because I was budgeting. And, again, once everything caught up, I mean, you talking about liquid gold. It's a temporary sacrifice that you're going to have to do. You may have to literally break your bank to do this. But, you know, the younger you are, that's why I try to, you know, educate people on this at an earlier age. I mean, you ain't got no kids like myself. Like, put it all on the line. What the fuck is there to lose? You know what I'm saying? You can always go get money. Money's never a problem to go take. We all know how to go work and go get money. So for something like this, you know, put it up and watch your money multiply. Hope that answers your question. You're more than welcome, Vern. You're more than welcome. All right. Deborah, can you tell me how to create a capability statement for a reseller? Not like on this live. It's a lot of information, you know, over capabilities. I don't know. I may have a video on capability statement. I think I do. I think I have a video on capability statement on my YouTube channel that you're more than welcome to watch. And I advise you guys to watch them because I do take it away. I'm going to start taking my videos down every 30 days and putting them into my back office, into my government contracting program. So take advantage of the videos while they are up there. But again, I appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure, again, you are subscribing to the channel. If you're watching me on Clubhouse or Instagram, Clubhouse, you can click the link at the top. Join me over here on YouTube so you can see what I be talking about. We're going to be going over this $1.5 trillion mega bill that hit the streets a couple months ago that I'm pretty sure we don't know about. Hell, we don't know about regular contracting. So I already know we don't know about this Omnibus stuff. It may be a couple people out there who do know about it. If that is you, kudos. Then let's tell the world about it. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you're on Clubhouse, share this room out so other people can tap into this. If you would like to ask a question, I would highly advise you to come over here to YouTube, ask your question. If you're on YouTube, guys, feel free to ask your questions away as you see. I can put them up here on the screen. If something don't make sense to you, ask it. I'll probably be here till about 1:15, 1:30. Try to get as much information in as I can. If you'd like to join into my program, my government contracting program, you can visit puremoneygovcon.com. Get registered today. It is a 1-year program, as well as we have a private chat channel, so you'll be amongst like-minded individuals. Anytime you have a question, drop it in that group chat, and you'll get your answer within 24 hours by myself or someone on the team. You're also going to get access to myself live the last Monday of every month. Anytime you have a question that's a little complicated that maybe we can't answer in chat, save it for the live on Mondays. Those Mondays are all about you. I'm on there till the last question gets answered. So there is no time limit for those last Mondays of how long that live stream lasts, just till that last question comes in. And it's so you can get over the hump, get over the hurdle, and not be scared of this process. I will tell you though, government contracting is not an overnight process. So if you're thinking that you're going to come in here and become a millionaire tomorrow, I don't want you to do that. Okay? You have to keep cracking away at it. And I also don't teach people about crumbs. Okay? The crumbs are out there. There's no strategy that's needed to crumbs. But I want you to build wealth. Okay? Something that you can keep, pass on, or do like our counterparts do. They build companies up $300-400 million and sell it. And this is a industry that you can build a company up to $500 million quickly, utilizing certifications, utilizing strategic approaches to get big ticket contracts and just sell it off to Leidos, Lockheed Martin, Booz Allen, KPMG, Northrop Grumman. They're buying every day. So that could be your exit strategy, which always, as a business owner, you should have an exit plan up out of here, definitely in government contracting. And the beauty is, once you understand this, okay, you build a company up to $400 million, you sell it off. They're probably going to have you as a non-compete for like 4 or 5 years, which is cool. You got $500 million. You don't need to compete for a little while, but it'll kick in. That I know information of how to get a business up to $500 million in 4 years. I waited 5 years or whatever the window was, and now I'm back in the game, baby, and I'm going to do it all over again. You would be surprised at the people that do this. They just recycle. Build companies up $200-300 million, sell it, and then come back in the game again 6 years later and do it all over again because other businesses aren't showing up. That's all it is. So hopefully, again, you guys are sharing this information out. You guys are engaging with this information because only 1.67% of the black community is getting these contracts. And I don't know if it's because they're denying us, which, you know, that does happen time to time, but I'm not going to give that as an excuse. I do know one thing for sure. We ain't showing up. I be in meetings and rooms all the time, and I'm the only one that look like me in these meetings. So I can understand where the 1.67% come. I'm not a complainer. I'm an action taker. So we can take action right here with this customer that has the most money in the world. Ain't nobody got more money than them. And they're required to spend money with you once you get registered in the system. But anyways, let's stop going on that rant. Let's take a look at the money. I need to change my screen here. I don't know which screen I'm supposed to be on. There we go. All right, so we're going to take a look right here. Hopefully I didn't catch that. We're going to take a look right here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. And you're more than welcome to just put in Google, okay? You can put in Google fiscal year 2022 Omnibus Appropriations Package. It'll pop up for you. You can also put in, you can just put in Omnibus. It'll pop up. This may pop up for you too here, and this is the actual congress.gov website where you can see the bills that do go through Congress, right? All this stuff is public information, but you can see, you can follow along with the tracker, but you see that it did become law. Okay, so this is out here. This ain't no joke. This is real money that's hitting the streets. And what I really wanted to show you guys, you know, people, we cannot pay attention to individuals who don't know what they're talking about. Okay, it's a danger to our community. And that U word that I can't say, that let me highlight it down here. Let me get to it. Where is it at? There you go. The R word and the U word down here, you know, that I can't say. Do you guys see this? Providing support to those impacted by the R word's aggression. Are they asking us what to do? I really don't think that they're asking us what to do with this money. Instead, I think they're showing us what they are going to do with this money because you voted these people in place. I voted these people in place. Once they are voted in office, they're carrying out missions on our behalf. And to complain to each other about the decisions that they make get us nowhere. You can go down and complain to them, that may get you somewhere, but as you can see, a lot of this stuff that you see on social media being posted about the U word of $1 billion going towards them, this already been passed in law. They not just pulling money out their ass. Do you guys see this? In response to it, the package provides approximately $14 billion in emergency assistance. They only showed you that they sending $1 billion. And people all in their pansy. They still got about $12 billion to go. So don't get upset. Understand where is the money going. Because it's not going over to the U word in a duffel bag. You just got to read the bill. More than $3 billion in emergency assistance for the U.S. military for mobilization and support in response of the R invasion of the U. So we know that the military got to be over there. Now your mind needs to understand, if $3 billion is going towards having the military over there and that's what you want to deal with, what does a military need? They need clothes. They need ammo. They need the weapons. They need the helmets, the shoes, food, water, gas, planes, boats. I mean, the list can keep going on and on. It's follow the money because a contractor is about to get paid. The government don't own none of this. If they owned it, they wouldn't need $3 billion. They need $3 billion because they need to pay somebody for the resources in order to make this happen. They just got the military. They just got the bodies. Remember, the bodies went over there and signed their rights away to go fight. But hey, when they do, they got a package of supplies. Like, here's your supplies. The bedding, the sheets on them hard beds that they got, the tents. Like, they have to get this stuff from contractors. So don't, listen. The more you see them talking about stuff emotionally on the internet, every time I see this stuff, I'm like, hey, this is the opportunity for me to get rich. Because I know the whole world ain't paying attention. Instead, they over here talking about, well, why are you sending $1 billion over to the U word when we got problems at home? Well, they doing it because they already signed a bill to send $14 billion over there. And when I say send it over there, it's for the resources that they need. Not putting the money in a duffel bag. Now let's go. Over $1 billion in funding and loan authority for the U word and countries in the region to build capacities to deter the R word's aggression. Now, if you're a person that like to be overseas, you can find yourself in a lot of good situations. I'm not going over there, but it's some people out here that do, and that's why they not in competition. You got an old Navy SEAL in your family. Hey, you may want to talk to him and let him know your duties are still needed. You can come work for me. See, he can come work for you. And then you as a company, as a business, since you have your old family member who got all of this experience, your company now has that experience once you bring him on board. So go get this money with your old Navy family member, the Navy SEAL, and boom. He know about all that stuff overseas. I'm just throwing examples out there. Don't hold me to the fire, right? What does it say? Nearly $6 billion in humanitarian and refugee assistance. Are y'all listening to that? All my people out there who are having Airbnb issues right now because they passing a law, guess what happens when you stop paying attention to society and you start paying attention to business? You wouldn't even care about that Airbnb law because you would understand that $6 billion is over here for the humanitarian refugees assistance. You should go over and find out the government, I got a couple houses that your people can stay in. It's going to cost you a couple $100,000. You know what I'm saying? They got $6 billion for you. If you house them, feed them, wife them, burp them, the whole nine, you may even be able to tap into a whole lot more. I don't know because that ain't my lane. But what I'm telling you, if you got all them houses, that's your lane. The government's in the real estate too. They got $6 billion towards, listen, I'm not the smartest person in the world. But I'm pretty sure humanitarian refugee assistance is talking about people coming from overseas and needing housing over here. Now, see, we got a whole bunch of people that's arguing Democrat, Republican, T-word this and Biden that. Like, who cares? Right now, Biden is running the show. So we need to understand how he's operating. I really don't care about any previous president at all. Not one of them. Not one. Right now, we on Biden's turn. In a couple years, it'll be somebody else. And we need to switch over to them too. Because they're going to be spending money right now too. Well, Biden's spending $6 billion towards the humanitarian refugees assistance. And he didn't ask your opinion either. They signed it into law. So either you're going to obtain some of this money, a $6 billion project, or you gonna keep playing around with Airbnb, you getting a couple thousand in your community? You know what I'm saying? Playing around with these rules and stuff. I told you there's a customer right here with a whole lot of money and a whole lot of opportunity if you start reading the business of it and stop listening to society's emotional opinions of government. Because they're not acting, as you guys can see, each and every day. But I promise you, you get some of this money, you can start playing like the big boys too. You want things to change? Stop eating up all of your money and start paying for lobbyists. Yeah, that's how we play the games. That's how things get changed in this here America, this capitalistic country. I mean, we call it a capitalistic country and then we complain that it ain't working right. Because you're calling it a capitalistic country and you ain't being capitalistic. I mean, I don't know how you know that it's like that and you not playing the game like you stated out of your mouth. So let's get capitalistic. This is the most money from a customer in the world. So imagine when you get this customer and then you still get the other customers. Your revenue should 10x. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now let's keep going on. Again, if it's your first time hanging out with me, no matter which platform you're on, I am on YouTube right now. If you would like to see exactly what I'm doing and you're on Clubhouse, you can click the link at the top. If you're on Instagram, you can click the link in my bio, scroll down to the bottom. You'll be able to find my YouTube channel. My folks on YouTube, you guys know here that I'm here each and every Thursday around noon if I can make it. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel, sharing this information out with other minority business owners. It doesn't work without you all. So we've been doing a great job, over 49,000 views every month. The subscriber count is growing each and every day, and it happens because of each and every one of you all. So keep subscribing to the channel, keep sharing this out to other minority business owners so this information can keep going out there. 1.67%, that can't be. We got to change those numbers, and your help is needed to get that information out. Now let's get back to it. We're talking about the Omnibus Appropriation Package, the over $1.54 trillion bill that was already passed without anybody's opinion. So now we need to go over here and figure out, how are we going to get revenue? How are we going to not let over $1 trillion miss our community again? And no, I don't want 1% of this. Just imagine if we start getting 20% of this, just 20% of it coming back to our community. That's crazy of the impact that we can make. Go get the money and then make the change instead of asking these rich billionaires who are getting this money to come back and solve a problem they don't care about. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I want to keep it funky. Would you invest in something that you don't care about? You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest, man. Like, these nonprofits that keep spinning up and stuff, like, I get it and all that, but when you get these nonprofits, you need funding. And you're asking people to fund your project. They don't care about your project. That was your project. That's why you opened it. But if you go get money, a whole lot of money, you can fund your own projects and use these tax codes. Why the hell y'all think there's a Bill and Melinda Gates fund? It's like the largest fund out here. It's a nonprofit because they make all of this money in business and they need to move it. They're not asking the people to fund their opportunities, although they do. I'm not saying that they don't ask for donations. But don't think that your donations is the thing that's changing what they're about to operate on. Their business is making so much money that they need to move it over and spread it. That's the mindset I want y'all to get into. Get this money right here. Make so much money that your cup is running over and you have no choice but to fix your community around you. You have no choice but to hire people in your community and pay them more money because you just got an overload of money coming from these bills that gotta get spent. It's gotta get spent. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's why the president put more money into it. We already signed it. Since we signed it, let's spend it. All right, let's see. What else we got down here, man? You guys see, this is just a whole lot of highlights. That's what I wanted to go over. You guys really need to read the bill for yourself more in great detail. But again, I need to share the information with you. If you don't know the information, how can you know, right? So anyways, let's see. What do we have here? There's more projects. It just ain't that. What is essential investments in our military support programs necessary to protect critical interests of U.S. national security? They're going to raise that $728 billion. Okay? So if you into that whole defense thing, this is where you need to be at. And when I say the defense thing, I seen somebody say a truck driver. You guys do know this. The defense thing is truck drivers. How the hell they going to get the tanks across to the border, to the ports, to put them on the ships? I know y'all see these trucks delivering these tanks and equipment all over the place. When I say the defense shit, this is you. You part of this $728 billion. They cannot move the equipment without you. See, most people are just reading defense and they like, oh man, that's over in war. That's weapons, explosives. Well, how do they move all the weapons and explosives? How do they get those large guns and shipments all across the United States? Do you guys know that the Army is the largest construction organization out here? They always construct this stuff. How do they get the material to put construction up? Understand what industry you do and who all needs it. And then you can find a lot of opportunities. But sometimes you just got to think a little differently. Don't read stuff with emotions. Just on defense. Well, I know they got transport. What's the other one? Supporting American agriculture. Come on, man, all my planters. Research and rural development. All my development people, my developers, my researchers, they put in $25.125 billion. Right here. You just got to click on it. Like if I click on it, guys, look, it's going to take me all the way down here and you ain't got to guess about it. This was just a highlight. Right? I was reading the highlights for you. You click on it, it'll tell you exactly what the bill is talking about. You don't have to guess. This is why I love the government. Nothing is a guess. Now, it may be some stupid information that they wrote right there. That's for another opinion. But whatever. I know it's going to be some information right here that I can follow along a little bit better. So I know it's coming out in the USDA. That means that my customer needs to be the USDA. I need to find out everything that I can find out about the USDA as fast as I can find out about the USDA. I need to get down there and start shaking hands and kissing babies at the USDA because they got $25 billion coming to them. And damn it, that money ain't got a home yet. It's looking for a home. We know it don't have a home because this is a brand new bill, which is bringing brand new money. And ain't nobody ever tapped into this money yet. That's why I'm following along. Follow the money and you find opportunity. It's the easiest way to find opportunity, but it's also the longest way. It's going to take a lot of goddamn time for you to go this route. But boy, oh boy, does it pay off when it works out. So imagine you following 3 opportunities in this bill. Again, you can read through this stuff. I ain't about to read through all of it. Y'all don't pay me to read through all this stuff. I've already read it. Look, you know what I'm saying? I got it right here in my hand, so that's what I'm saying. Got markups on it and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I already read it. I just ain't about to sit here with y'all online and read through all of it. I'm reading through it for myself. You go read it your own. But anyways, what do we got here? Law enforcement, support law enforcement, national security interests, economic development, scientific innovations. All my smart engineers out there, all y'all little smart asses. I love y'all smart people. Hey man, it's nothing better than me than smart people. They so damn smart that they don't even realize how valuable they are. Imagine when you put like 5 smart people around you and you just go get the money for them. You pay them the money that they think that they so smart about and like you take the rest. You know what I'm saying? You can get like 10 smart people around you, subject matter experts. Let's say each one of them costing you about 180. So let's just say 200,000. So you get 10 of them. That's $2 million that you're going to come out of pocket with over the course of a year. With 10 smart people around you at $2 million over a course of a year, you can sell those smart people services for an easy $20 million. And then you pay for your business to keep its doors open with taxes and all this, because those smart people going to be doing some high tech shit. So you need insurance and stuff to cover you in case some things go wrong. So yeah, insurance going to cost a little bit. Get some cell phones for them, you know what I'm saying? Let them be happy on that. So that's going to cost you a little bit. Some software stuff you're going to need going to cost you. You pay all that stuff up front. But out of the 20 million, you know, you may bring home, you know, a good 10, you know, after everything paid out. And your smart people out there doing the work for you. You know what I'm saying? We love smart people. Look, the world needs salesmen. You know, how else do you keep the jobs rolling? Somebody got to sell the worker services. The beauty is we're all salespeople. We just lose the skill set when we go to school. We act like we're not salespeople no more. When you was a kid, you sold every action that you did. You realized that if I cried, I got food. So you started selling the art of crying. Like every time I cry, I'm going to get fed. That was your first lesson of selling. And then as you got older, definitely the girls, they know if they do the little puppy face, like I can get daddy to do what I want. So you started selling right there. That was the art of the puppy face gets me what I want. So I do it and I sell, right? But as you get older and you go through school, they start talking about using your hands to produce revenue, and you forget that you were a salesperson, and you start looking at salespeople a little differently. But what I'm telling you, we all have the skill to be a salesperson. It is inside of us. That is our specialty, is to be a salesperson. And a salesperson, okay, literally has no cap on the revenue that they can make. I can go sell $200 million out here in the next 30 days and chill if I want to, right? So we need to tap back into our special power of being salespeople. And trust me, once you start selling high tickets, you get your time back. And when you can have your time back, you can do anything. All right? So become the best salesperson that you can be. Learn how to sell better. And as a visionary of the business, you damn sure going to have to learn how to sell. Or you're going to hire somebody to come on and sell for you. But somebody got to sell. I'll be damned if you gonna operate in big business and ain't nobody sell. Somebody got to be the salesperson, damn it. All right. Anyways, let's get back to it, man. Preserving the integrity of our financial markets and promoting growth. Oh my God, did you guys hear that? That sounds like Bitcoin to me. That sounds like cryptocurrency to me. Preserving the integrity of our financial markets. What is interrupting the integrity of our financial markets right now? Cryptocurrency. We ain't got to guess about this stuff. Again, it's all right here in writing. It's just people emotions not paying attention. You could have been on the crypto board and they got $25 billion waiting for you. Prioritize investments in border security, cyber security, aviation security, state and local grants and other programs to keep Americans safe. Guys, do you know that you could just sit on YouTube all day? Get on Clubhouse all day. In tech rooms. Look at YouTube of people creating tech devices for security. And I know for a fact they don't know how to work with the government. But they make the best shit since sliced bread. I'm telling you. They got stuff out here that could protect us like no other. They have a whole cybersecurity event in Las Vegas every year. They're the best hackers in the world. Come over into Las Vegas. Flying from all over the world, they're coming into Las Vegas. There's your workforce. There's your subject matter experts. There's your partners and your subcontractors. Get your ass out of the house and to the events. Shake these hands and kiss these babies, and you'll realize the resources been under your nose the whole time to get you multi-million-dollar. You just had to open your mouth when them people telling you, hey, we can provide security in case such and such happens, and you like, well, damn, I thought I read an article that happened in Kansas. I look up on Google, it did happen in Kansas. Well, let me fly my ass out to Kansas, Set up a meeting with the government in Kansas. Let me fly my ass to Las Vegas. Set up a meeting with the person who created all this security. We're going to get some NDAs signed. I'm going to find out as much information about the government's project that they got going on. And then all of a sudden, I'm bringing my resource to the table once the paperwork is signed. And they going to handle everything. This is their backyard. This is their specialty. All I got to do is make sure the paperwork go through clear. That they know how to be on the payroll correctly. That everything is submitted the way that the government needs it to submit it, because I'm the government specialist of working with the government as far as the paperwork side. The actual day-to-day operations, I don't know a goddamn thing about that. I'm not about to do that. That ain't smart. I'm a visionary. I'm a salesperson. If I'm tied down doing the work, then I can't sell. So I don't even want to know what people are doing. Don't even bother me. If I know how to do it, you may call me in one day to do it. And I don't want to do that. I had to learn that early in the game. I do not want to do the work that my workers do because you can call me to come do it. My business is always operating and not me. Creating healthier and safer communities across the country. The Department of Interior, EPA. These are agencies that I just know, that those are the agencies. They're getting $40 billion for that problem right there. Invest in critical medical research, the C word. Testing, opioid. A whole lot of people that don't look like us is starting to get overdoses of that opioids, and there is a problem. Prevention and treatment. Early childhood care and education. Now they just passed a bunch of stuff. And it's all a shocker, but yet they investing in early childhood care and education. In our nation's workforce. They putting $196 billion towards that. You can help out the workforce out here. In a lot of these states, you can actually hire people in the state, people who are transitioning maybe out of prison or people from low income areas. They have programs that you can get free workers. They'll pay for people to work for you right there in your own backyard. And you can do that once you're a business and not a W-2 or sole prop or anything like that. Improving operations and addressing heightened security needs for the U.S. Capitol complex. Oh my goodness. I tried to tell somebody, again, I don't get emotional about things that go on. But I live here in Washington, D.C. And never in the history have I ever seen that people could get as close and do things like that to the Capitol all willy-nilly. Look, I know bullets would have been ablazing, but for some reason, things changed. And I had to pay attention to what's really going on out here. Well, that Capitol building is a historical building. Things get broke inside of there. That's a big money grab. And guess what? I know none of our minority businesses know how to go rebuild that type of old, ancient artifacts in there. Those windows, that tempered glass. We don't have the machinery. So I started seeing money getting made through thin air. Like, you just let the people in. Look, it could be a conspiracy theory. I'm just telling you, without a doubt, for sure, a whole lot of money got created. So what do you got? Improving operations and addressing heightened security needs for the U.S. Capitol complex. That's $5.925 billion going towards there. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of new money. I ain't lying. It's being printed. Provide support for critical housing, infrastructure, and facilities for the U.S. military forces and their families, as well as increase funding for veterans. $127 million going towards there. The VA, all my vets, you should be looking into it. Strengthen federal programs and operations that support national security and American values abroad. What is those the embassies? Right? $56 billion going towards there. Investing in our nation's crumbling infrastructure and advancing the housing system. Now, they done already put out like a $3 trillion budget for the infrastructure. Now they got a whole nother $81 billion that's going to be on top of that. That's coming through HUD. DOT. The C word. They still got, now they had the C word up here for research and whatnot, but then the C word got its own little bucket right here. $15 billion in emergency fund. I'm just telling you. So you can click on all of those things that we just went over here. And the beauty is, through this bill, it'll actually go down there and show you. You know, whatever you think that you may have interest in of those highlights, click on it and come down here and read more about it. And the beauty of the way that I teach everybody is I'm not asking you to do none of this stuff. Like, if you really are thinking that you can handle 1% of $22 billion by yourself, then you got to be a fool. Right? So stop thinking about yourself and being so selfish for a moment. And start thinking about what pieces can you put together. How can I put the pieces together to solve these big ticket problems? This is why I like government contracting. It's public information. It gives me time to use my number one power that the man upstairs gave me. My mind to think. If you can think as a visionary, Pandora's box is unlocked. So as you're reading through this information, don't get emotional about anything that you're reading. Understand this is business and it's happening, with or without your opinion. So let's not give the opinion and let's start conducting business and realizing that once we get this money, once it comes back to our business, you can go do whatever the hell you want after that. If you want to build affordable housing in your neighborhood so you don't have to hear about, what's that word that the black people say when people come in and change up a raggedy ass neighborhood that needed to be changed anyways? Gentrification. We don't have to complain about that. We can go get this money and then fix our own communities. But at some point, you got to get tired of looking at raggedy communities. It's got to get fixed at some point. But you can make an impact on that and stop allowing people from the outside come by the inside. You could be the person buying it if you start conducting real business. Stop playing around with ebooks all the time. Stop playing around with $10 ticket items. Stop trying to take $50 and turn it into $5 million because you've seen somebody do it on Instagram. I'm telling you, there's a customer right here that has the money that you need. And they're not asking you to produce the work. They're asking you to put the pieces together. I know it's completely abnormal. What do you mean you can obtain a $2 million contract and you ain't doing the work? I get it. Like, trust me. I really do get it. It sounds crazy. This information is not taught to us. It's been sitting in front of our face for a long time, but chances are nobody around you is actually doing it. I think I read a stat like 80% of the people work for the government. I remember growing up in this area, everybody like, I want to work for the government. I want to work for the government. You could become an E9, E10, E12, whatever. They lock you in with benefits, blah, blah. I thought like, yo, government job is like, that's the place that you wanted to be. But no, that ain't the place that you want to be. I'm not knocking jobs. That's how you learn how to run a multi-million-dollar business. When you're working at a job and you can see somebody else running a multi-million-dollar business, if your eyes would start opening up instead of playing around with your co-workers going out to happy hour all the time, why don't you ask the boss to go out to happy hour? Or the manager, can I stay a little bit later off the clock? Oh my God, did I just say off the clock? Yes, I said, can I stay a little bit later off the clock so you can show me how you're managing 400 people? Is there some type of program inside of my job that I could get right under the business owner and work for them for free? The hell, maybe they invite me out to their house every other weekend and show me how he lives. I don't even want to know the business. I just need to know how a multimillionaire lives, thinks, and operates so I can do it too. These aren't hard things to do. It's just going to require you to do something that society ain't looking like, hey, that ain't something that you should do. What do you mean go work for somebody for free? Listen, people ask me to mentor them. I've had 6 mentors in my life. I've never ever in my life paid for a mentor. I paid tons of money for coaches. I mean, I probably paid over $250,000 in coaches. I'm a football player. I know how to get coached. I know what coaches do for me. Give me directions and then I go execute. But the mentor, I've never paid for. But I've worked my ass off for them. I've done everything for them. I've driven their cars for them. I've went and held tables at restaurants for an hour and they ass is that late. I've gone over to turn off alarms in their houses an hour away from mine and I'm in the middle of something else. I've gone and flew to other states to get them business deals and not gain $1 off of it. I've busted my ass for my mentors, but I learned so much and I didn't have to pay for it. Where else would I have been able to fly to another state and conduct a $3 million deal? Right? Where else could I have found somebody that's already operating a multi-million-dollar business and they showed me how they budget it and keep the money flowing? People are going to charge me hundreds of thousands of dollars to find out that information. But I got it from my mentor because I provided a service to them. I fixed their problems and didn't ask for $1. I just used my time, which is pretty goddamn costly, by the way. My time is very valuable. But I transferred that to my mentor. So when you're out there looking for mentors, I would advise you, you should never pay for a mentor, but you should work for them. And watch again how your results start to change. You can go find you a mentor in any one of those industries that I just pointed out. You can go find programs to help you put this stuff together so your mind can start changing. The only reason you're not making $1 million today is because you don't know how. That's it. You've never been taught how to make $1 million. You've been taught how to go to work and make $180,000. You've been taught how to sell some ebooks. You've been taught how to go live on Instagram, but nobody's ever taught you how to operate and run a multi-million-dollar business, and that's why you don't know how to do it yet. It's scary. But once you learn how to do it, it's like walking. You're going to fall. But if you get back up, eventually you learn how to walk. And when you walk, you can run. And when you run, you can jump. And when you can jump, you can drive. So things start to progress as you get better. And that's all you got to understand is I got to get better than I am today. Don't need to be the best. I just got to get better. Each and every day. In this industry right here, if you get better each and every day in this industry, not looking to knock things out the park tomorrow, but if I just understand once I learn how to walk in this industry, my life has changed. $1 million could be walking. Once you get a taste of $1 million and you decide to run, now we're talking about 10. Once you decide to run and decide to jump, now we're talking about 50. Once you decide to stop jumping and running and working so hard, you want to get behind the Tesla, and then all of a sudden you got 200. And then once you realize like the Tesla moving too slow, you want to get in the plane and the jet, and all of a sudden you got $500 million and you sell the company. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is real simple when you start simplifying things, right? Removing those words that society keeps instilling in our mind, making stuff confusing. You guys will hear me reference like the drug game. I reference the drug game because of the movies that they put in front of my face. I understood the movies. So if I could understand the movies, this is the same exact thing to me. And trust me, I know y'all understood the movies too. You go get the product as raw as form, and you got the best pricing. Same thing with this. You want to sell some products to the government, try to get it in this rawest form. That's the manufacturer. If you can't get right next to the manufacturer, who's the friend of the manufacturer? Just like the drug game. They don't let you go talk to the head man. You got to go through people, right? Same difference to me. If I can't go talk directly to the manufacturer because they got all these reseller terms and I ain't there yet, well, I got to go through somebody. And I get to pick which people I want to go through. I want 3 quotes from all 3 of y'all. Y'all send the quotes over, and then I decide which block I want to hang on. That's the block I want to hang on. That's the block I'm about to bring the money to. Here's the money for your stuff. Let me get the product. I'll sell it over here to these boys. These boys are the users. That's the government. They give me my money for giving them the product. Everybody go back home happy, just like the drug game. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I mean, that's what business is to me. Simplified the whole process and it made this thing easy. But again, I appreciate everybody for hanging with me. I see that I do want to post this right here because I like showing success, man. So people can see that this thing is going on. But BJ, what's going on? We got BJ Frost and Young LLC, a vet. I appreciate your service, my brother. I couldn't do it, so I always this one, my bad, the mic on this side. But much love to the people who are out there and defending our country, because again, we need y'all. And BJ also said this. BJ has won 4 contracts so far. Come on, man, that's what I'm talking about, BJ. A lot of you government people, military personnel, government workers, you guys have valuable information that you don't know all about, that you can go obtain these contracts. And I'll tell you right now, if you're in the military or if you are a government worker, your ass need to start shaking hands and kissing babies while you inside. You're on the inside. You can just move around all willy-nilly. Ask questions of who's who. You ain't winning no work yet, and you can win contracts working for the government. Just don't do it in your agency. Go to another agency. But what I'm telling you, before you even get in there, start building relationships. Once you get out of the government, you're going to tap into those same relationships and watch how things change for you real fast. Come on now, talk to me. Appreciate you, BJ. What we got? Paul Wilson, Professional Excellence, GCS, deeply appreciates all the information you've provided. Awarded our first contract with $1 million in submitted solicitations. Pushed by people. Hey, I appreciate it, Paul. Congratulations to you on that first contract. You got the first one out the door. Many more are to come. Hey, guys, one thing about business that I've learned is you need to create replicatable processes, right? Something that you can repeat and test the results, right? When you freestyle shit every day, like when you wake up and just do shit, like there's no steps in place. You don't know if what you did was right or not. So when you do stuff, you need to document it. And you need to see, can I repeat it again tomorrow? And then can I repeat it again the next day? Can I repeat the steps for 30 days? At the end of 30 days, I look at my repeated steps and I test the results. See, fat people stay in the gym for 4 years because they don't want to look on the scale. They're scared to look at their results because they know they bullshitted. They've been in the gym for 4 years in the same. You've been bullshitting. You can find out if you're bullshitting when you test your results. So when you write down steps and you say, this is what I'm going to do every day, and you commit to it, and you look at the results at the end, you got a choice. Do I like the results that I got at the end? If I do more of what I just created. Now I could bring somebody else in, 3 people in, so they can do the steps that I just produced. It's replicated. And now I can do more and remove myself. Pay these people because these results that I get on the end can cover their fee. And now I'm free to move on to the next step. But when you don't put down things that you can repeat, I know what's going to happen. Right? You must do this to scale. You cannot do everything yourself. Okay? This is the sauce to becoming a multi-million-dollar business. I'm just telling y'all straight up. That is the sauce right there. It's the easiest sauce in the world. You can go read all this coaching, all these books, and all this other shit. I'm telling you, that is the easiest, most simplest way for you to get multi-million dollars. Because you can repeat the steps. Right? Now, if you don't like the results that you get, don't trash all the steps. What did you not do should be the question. Because I'm pretty sure if you don't like the results that you got, it's because your ass didn't send the email out 6 times every day like you wrote down. You didn't go on Instagram Live Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock consistently for 30 days like you said that you was going to do. You were the factor in there of why them results didn't work. But you don't want to admit that to yourself. You don't want to step on the scale and look at what you've been doing. Because now you have nobody to blame but the person in the mirror. I know for a fact if you're not getting the results that you want out in life, you have absolutely nobody to blame but yourself because you ain't taking no actions to get better. I didn't tell you to do drastic actions. I told you 1% better every day. Can you do something tomorrow that you didn't do yesterday, and can you be consistent with it? You on Instagram every day, so I know you know how to DM people. How many people did you DM to get to join your program, to join into the community? How many opportunities today did you sell something? How the hell are you supposed to make more money and you didn't sell anything today? I've been on here, my goddamn money thing goes across the screen the whole time, puremoneygovcon.com. When I save this video, more people are going to watch it, and it's still a sales opportunity around here. I'm also submitting contracts that I'm not doing, my team is doing. We have sales opportunities going on all day long. What sales opportunity did you do today? Did you try to sell anything? If you did not try to sell anything, why the hell you think you're not making $1 million yet? You think it's just going to fall in your lap? If you try every day to sell something, you will find one of the things that work. Like, oh, that works right there. I should do more of it. What has helped increase my sales? YouTube. I'm doing more of it. Back in the day, it was Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse every day. I fell asleep on Clubhouse. It don't sound like it used to back in the day, so I'm not on it no more as much. It don't produce the results that I liked in the beginning. So we pull back on that and we accelerate in something else that I like the results that we get out of it. See how I got steps in place? I realize all of these programs need a little bit of love, so I got a schedule in place. Monday through Friday, I'm on all of these platforms, and I make sure I transfer love to all of the platforms and tell one person to tie into this, subscribe to that, to make sure that all of my followers are on all of them, because I don't know which one is going to take me away one day. You know? But every day, I'm selling shit. I don't help people if I don't sell. You should have the same mindset. How can you help somebody if you are not selling something to them? Whether it's the government or it's the private sector, which you should have both. And with that said, I'm going to put this site up here. If you guys visit travisknows.com, let me show this right here. This is the link in my Instagram bio, travisknows.com. You can stay up to date with all of my information right here. Anything that I got going on, I'm going to upload it here. You want to get in my government contracting course, it is right here. And let me just click right here, guys, real quick. I want to show you something. Even if you're not getting in the course yet, I need you to come here. I need you to go all the way to the bottom here. Put your information in, hit gain access. And the price does go up $5. I mean, $500 everybody, or $100 every 5 people that purchase. So you better get in soon. But you see this click download right here? I need you guys to download this government contracting guide that I've created for you. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It has all the links that you need to do government contracting, find out more information about government contracting, all right here. So take advantage of that. Again, travisknows.com. You can go to the very first tab that you see here, the e-course, fill your information out, and access that guide. I am getting back into my live training soon. The Army just got some of my stuff working, so I can get back to teaching courses. But this will be available soon. I will be doing a 7-day government contracting challenge as well for the beginners. If you need support, I'm going to be opening a one-on-one program, coaching program, real live hands-on support. That'll be coming soon. If If you want to get in my Pure Money Club, if you want to learn about marketing, building your brand, running a business, I believe it's $20 now. It used to be $10 a month, but there's tons of videos right here that'll teach you how to run social media, teach you everything that you need to know about utilizing the tools that I use to conduct business. It's right here for you, cheaper than Netflix, and it'll help you make more money than Netflix does. Take a little bit of your time, not as much time as Netflix, but you're for sure to make more money than what Netflix is going to do for you. If you have questions, I have a consultation link right here. Any tools that I utilize, you can click right here. ClickFunnels, Ecamm Live that I'm running on right now, they're all right here. You can learn about how I use them, QuickBooks, the whole nine. If you need some money, you need funding. I've partnered with a financial team, Later Financial Group, and we're providing funding to small businesses. So if you click here, schedule your appointment, see what you can get funding for. We got secured and unsecured financing. So that's credit cards and not credit cards, right? Again, I told you credit cards can get you right. Need some plants in your life? We got Plant Daddy up here. But if you go up all the way to the bottom, this is my favorite part right here. Here's all my social media handles. I advise you to get into my Facebook group as well. If you don't know how to make $1,000 a month on the internet right now, that's because, again, you don't know how yet. Well, I'm teaching you completely free in the Facebook group. I don't know if too many people take advantage of it because it's free. You know, people don't really pay attention for free. But I'm really giving you all the information completely free right here. Also, you'll see Get the Sauce. Anytime you buy a badge or anything on any of these social profiles to support me, I've created this sauce access. Every 30 days, I'm going to switch it up. Based on how much you support with me in badges, you can come here, access the sauce package, and you'll have access to that for 30 days. And again, every 30 days, we will switch this up and you'll gain your access to the sauce. But that's everything that I got going on. I hope that you guys got valuable information out of this. Let's see, did I miss anybody down here? I did. 360 waves. What's happening with you? Trying to tell me I need to get my waves back spinning. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. Tyrone, truck driver in the house. We're going to have somebody coming here soon talking about the trucking industry. So I'm looking forward to that. Chauncey, what's happening? How are you doing? Last name didn't have anything up there, you know. I don't know what last name is. We got to get that fixed. We got to get your name changed. When trying to work with the Prime, is it effective to say I can help you with your ESRS package? I don't know what that is. I don't know what an ESRS percentage is, honestly. So I don't know how to answer that question for you. Jeffrey John, you're always on point, Doc. I appreciate that. Hey, I thank you. Appreciate the love and support. And guys, you know, you don't know everything, so I'm not scared to admit I don't know what the hell the ESR package. It could be something in my whole proposal. I don't know, man. That's why I got a team too. I ain't scared to admit it. All right, pivot. Yes. All right, man. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Put a fire emoji. I want you to put a fire emoji in the comment if you learned some valuable information today. Don't forget, if you want to go look for this opportunity that I said, all you have to do is type in Omnibus. Yes, type in Omnibus fiscal year 2022. And you'll be able to pull up all of this information. Dang, I guess I didn't teach any valuable information. I ain't got no fire emojis. Instagram showed me the fire emojis. Dang, tough crowd on YouTube today. Nah, but that's all I got for you all today. I appreciate you. I love you all. I will be back here next Thursday. Don't forget, make sure that you are liking. Make sure that you are subscribing. And most importantly, man, make sure you tell somebody else about what we got going on over here, because it doesn't happen without your support. And you guys have been doing an amazing job at it, by the way. I'm not lying. We're growing pretty fast to me. I like it. And I know it's because of each and every one of you. There go my fire emojis. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you all. But again, keep supporting, keep sharing this information. I appreciate the love from each and every one of you, no matter what program that you're on. And enjoy the song. Don't forget, this song is by one of our Pure Money gang members, Trey. And when I say gang, it's gathering and networking. Genuinely, that's what we all about over here. I'll see you guys on Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to be there on my Facebook. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate y'all over there on Instagram.